I tell you what I want, what I really want is not to think about my Wi-Fi anymore. And I'm sure you want the same. We just want everyone at home to be able to get online from any device they have, from any room in the house, without impacting anyone else and without somebody screaming, "Why is my internet so slow?" It's really is that simple. So if you can't squeeze any more bandwidth out of your existing system, or if you're just sick and tired of fighting with your Wi-Fi, I may just have the magic solution for you. This is the Deco XE75 Pro, an AXE5400 tri-band Mesh WiFi6E system that my friends at TP-Link sent over for me to review. I wanted a solution to address all those frustrations that people have with Wi-Fi, and TP-Link was so confident that it will pass any real-world test that I throw at this that they even sponsored this video. Now, before we get into the test, let's look what we're dealing with. It's a true tri-band WiFi6E system, so it has more spectrum with lower latency, wider channels for more throughput of data as it uses all the bands. It is of course backwards compatible with Wi-Fi 5 and your 2.4 gigahertz devices, and in fact it can handle up to 200 devices. Everything is managed via the AI that's built into the Mesh system. So with just one Wi-Fi network name, you can not only walk around the house constantly connected without having to reconnect to a different Wi-Fi or any extender, but it also is smart enough to manage the data that goes through it and route the data around any congestions. All this to give you 5,400 megabits per second as long as you are within the 7,200 square foot range that this can cover. Well, that's the theory and it sounds great. I mean, who doesn't want an AI-driven, congestion-free bandwidth management that each device gets the best experience? I know I certainly do. But now it's time to put it to the real world test to see exactly how it holds up. So let's do that now. Any one of the nodes can be actually used as the main node that connects from the modem that you get from your internet service provider. Each node has a 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet port as well as 2 gigabit ports. So you can plug your smart TV, your computer, your gaming station directly into the node instead of using the Wi-Fi. And to set it up, you don't have to be a super geek, just plug it in, follow the prompts on the TP-Link Deco app. You can set the Wi-Fi name, you can set the password, and then it has a whole bunch of features such as setting up a guest network, a network security scanning, network optimization, and a whole bunch more. And now we're ready for its debut test. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Right, what we want to do is keep our eye out on connected to make sure it's always the Deco X75 Pro, and look at the link speed. Currently 2,268 megabits per second, which is right next to the router. And just for funsies, let's go run a speedtest.net and see what kind of response we're going to get out of that. Remember, I have a 1 gig up and down connection with fiber, so I'm getting pretty close to that. Let's head inside. Right, I'm about 45 or so feet away from the main router, and my speed is still 846 megabits per second with just one node. And you can see my office is way further away. I'm here in the lounge, and now what I'm going to do is make this super practical. I'm going to fire up a 4K stream on this smart TV, and we're going to get that data in place. Now let's go to the office, that's inside the office, see what my wife is up to, and she's currently, there's my dog, hello Finn, and yep, she's watching some YouTube, so that's happening. And let's go to the other TV, and we're going to fire up YouTube again, and this time we're going to fire up an 8K video. So loads and loads of data happening on this network, and you can see the speed is current 432 megabits per second. Well, and considering that we're about 50, 60 feet away from the router itself, that is pretty darn respectable. So let's step it up another level. Okay, those speeds were pretty epic, but I've got to wonder, what would happen if you add another node? Are we going to have a little bump or a massive bump in speed? Only one way to find out. Right, back in the office now, I'm going to plug in the other Deco node, and I simply go to my Deco app, and then I add it, And then it tells me, hey, is this a single floor, 3 floors plus? What is the layout? For mine is a single floor. I'm gonna geek next. Then is it out in the open, away from electrical devices? Yes, it is. Just some tips. And then I just let it discover it all by itself. It takes a couple of minutes. Once it's got it, I simply select, hey, where is it gonna be? Mine's gonna be in the living room. It applies the settings and you're done. Anybody can do this. And you can see the internet, the office, and the living room. All right, so it's time to take this baby inside, and all I'm going to need to do is simply connect it to a power outlet and then switch it on. Now I'm doing that right over here. By the way, I've got 2 gigabit ports that I could use connected to my TV if I needed to, but I'm choosing not to for right now. 408 megabits per second is what I'm getting, or it's what I got before. So what's going on? Oh, 32 megabits per second. Wait for the AI to do its thing, and 1400 megabits per second has just kicked in. I am getting a lovely fast connection. The results speak for themselves, and it's super impressive. With just one node, still managed to handle all that traffic with no issues. And then you add a second node and it's basically game over. Those speeds were insane. It was just like sitting right next to the modem that the ISP gives you, even though the whole system was way back on the other side of the house in the office. I have a link in the description below so you can check for yourself what a massive difference this makes for your internet and Wi-Fi speed. And if you want to go even faster, you have to check out the Wi-Fi 7 video, or check out this video that YouTube thinks you should watch. Hit the head down here to subscribe, and let's get to 1 million subs because you're awesome. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in this video, or I'll see you in both. Let's go.